hold on, because something just dropped out of Barcelona that is about to completely flip Manchester United's summer transfer plans on their head. A deal that was already advancing, a deal that was almost done, a deal involving one of Newcastle United's most prized assets is now suddenly potentially in serious jeopardy. Why? Because Barcelona just said yes. Yes to selling a player that United have had their eye on for months. A player who is younger, cheaper, and some would argue flat out better than the option United were lining up. So what does this mean for the Lewis Hall transfer? What does this mean for United's left side? And who actually is Alejandro Balde? Stay with me, because this one has layers. And by the end of this video, I want you to tell me in the comments, do United go for Hall or do they make the call to Barcelona? Let's get into it. Right. First, context. Because you need to understand just how urgently Manchester United need to fix their left-back situation. Luke Shaw, a man who has spent more time on the treatment table than he has on the football pitch over the last 3 seasons. Brilliant player when fit. But the key words there are when fit. United simply cannot keep going into a season relying on a Shaw to stay healthy. They've tried. It hasn't worked. Tyrell Malaysia, same story. Another injury nightmare. Another left-back who can't be depended upon. INEOS knows this. Michael Carrick knows this. This summer, fixing that left flank is not optional. It is non-negotiable. And so, back in early June, our man Graham Bailey, and one of the best connected journalists in the game when it comes to United, revealed that the club had drawn up a 3-man shortlist of left-backs they were actively looking at. 3 names. 3 very different options. And the story of how those 3 names have played out. That's where this transfer saga gets really interesting. Name number 1, Nathaniel Brown. Young German defender. Immense potential, one of the most exciting young fullbacks in Europe. United were genuinely interested, and for a while he looked like he could be the one. Name number 2, Lewis Hall, Newcastle United's left back. English, 20 years old, Premier League proven, already familiar with the demands of top flight football in this country. United have been tracking him closely and the deal has reportedly been advancing. Name number 3, Alejandro Balde, Barcelona's first choice left-back Spanish international, 22 years old, Champions League pedigree. The flashiest name on the list by a distance, but at the time this shortlist was compiled, Barcelona had given no indication they were willing to sell, so he stayed as an outside option. 3 names, 3 very different price tags, 3 very different profiles. So what happened? Let's start with the one United won't be signing, Nathaniel Brown. United looked at him, United considered him, and then United walked away. Why? Because Bayern Munich came in, and when Bayern Munich decide they want someone, they don't mess about. The Bundesliga giants moved quickly and decisively, and Brown is now heading to the Allianz Arena. Now that stings a little. Brown is a real talent and there'll be plenty of United fans watching him develop at Bayern over the next few seasons thinking, what if? But INEOS made their call. They didn't want a bidding war, they didn't want to overpay, and so Brown is off the board. 2 names left, and this is where it gets complicated. With Brown gone, Manchester United shifted their focus firmly onto Lewis Hall. And look, Hall is a genuinely good player. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. 20 years old, composed on the ball, good defensively, able to get forward. He's got a bright future ahead of him. The problem, Newcastle United know exactly what they've got and they are not letting him go cheaply. The price tag being talked about, around £60 million. £60 million for a 20-year-old who, let's be honest, is still developing, still finding his ceiling. Now, United have been pushing ahead anyway. The deal has been described as advancing. Talks have been progressing. At this point earlier today, it looked like Hall was the guy. The left-back problem was about to be solved. And then Barcelona happened. This is the bit that changes everything. Spanish outlet Marca dropped a bombshell today. Barcelona strapped for cash as always, trying to balance their books before the next financial fair play deadline, have made a decision about Alejandro Balde. They have put him on the market. Let me repeat that. Barcelona's first choice left back, Spain international, 22 years old, Champions League regular, a player who just 2 months ago felt completely untouchable, is now available for sale. Marca's exact language, and I'm paraphrasing here, they said Balde is one of the players Barcelona consider transferable. In fact, they have put him on the market. They are waiting to see what happens. Now, Team Talk have been all over this, and they've reconfirmed something crucial. Yes, Manchester City are interested in Balde, but Manchester United have had Balde on their radar too. He was on that 3-man shortlist for a reason. He didn't come off it just because Hall looked like the front runner. And now Barcelona have effectively picked up the phone and said, he's available, come and get him. The question is, will United answer that call? Because here's the thing. There's a financial angle to this story that I don't think people are talking about enough, and it is significant. Lewis Hall, Newcastle's valuation £60 million. Alejandro Balde, Barcelona's reported asking price €50 million, approximately £43 million. That is a £17 million difference. £17 million for a player who, by any objective measure, has a bigger CV, plays for a bigger club, and has more international experience. Now, yes, Hall is younger, Hall is English, so no homegrown complications, and yes, there's an argument that Hall has more upside, more years ahead of him. But Balde is 22. He is not old. He has been playing Champions League football. He has been playing international football for Spain. He has been first choice at Barcelona. Barcelona, one of the biggest clubs on the planet, and he is £17 million cheaper. You tell me, as a Manchester United fan, as someone who has watched this club waste money on the wrong players for the last decade, does that not at least give you pause? Does that not make you think, hang on, should we be doing something here? Now here's where the story gets even more soap opera. If Barcelona sell Balde, who do they replace him with? According to Marca, and backed up by none other than Fabrizio Romano earlier this week, Barcelona's top target to replace Balde is Marc Cucurella, Chelsea's left back, a player who has publicly requested to leave Stamford Bridge this summer. Romano has confirmed that Cucurella wants out. Chelsea won't stand in his way if the right bid comes in, and the feeling is that a return to Spain, specifically Barcelona, is his most likely destination. Now think about the chain of events here. United sign Balde. Balde leaves Barcelona. Barcelona go and get Cucurella from Chelsea. Chelsea use that money to reinvest elsewhere. One transfer potentially triggering a whole cascade of moves across European football. That's the kind of summer we're in right now. Everything is connected. Every deal has a knock-on. And Manchester United, whether they like it or not, are sitting right at the centre of one of the most complex left-back transfer stories of the window. All right, let's settle this, because I want your opinion in the comments. Right now, tell me, Hall or Balde? Here's how I see it. The case for Hall. He's younger. He's English. He knows the Premier League. He's already proven he can handle the intensity of this division. He's got longevity ahead of him, and there are no adaptation concerns. He fits Carrick's system, and the deal is already moving. There's momentum there that you don't throw away lightly. The case for Balde, he is just flat out a bigger player right now, more decorated, more experienced at the highest level, and he is significantly cheaper. If INEOS are serious about financial discipline, and they tell us constantly that they are, then saving £17 million on a left back and getting a better player in the process, that's almost impossible to argue against. My take, if Barcelona are genuinely selling and the price is genuinely around £43 million, United should be picking up the phone today, not tomorrow. Today, the Hall deal can wait. Newcastle will still want their money. The player will still be there. But a Barcelona sale in this market, that window could close fast. Manchester City are lurking. Other clubs will be watching. This is a rare opportunity, and historically, Manchester United have been very, very good at missing those. Let's hope this time is different. Right, bottom line, Red Devils family. Barcelona have opened the door on Alejandro Balde. United have him on their radar. The Lewis Hall deal is advancing, but hasn't been signed off. And there is now a genuine decision to be made by INEOS. Do you take the safe option, or do you take the better option? I know what I'd do, but I want to hear from you. Hall or Bald? Drop it in the comments right now. And while you're down there, if this is the kind of coverage you want all summer long, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you in the next one.